Welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Let's go to Somalia, where they become an official member. Yesterday, Somalia officially became a member of the East African Community, making the Horn of Africa country the eighth member of the political bloc. On December 15th last year in Uganda, the Treaty of Accession was signed by Somalia's President Sheikh Hassan Mahmoud and the chairperson of the EAC. The signing ceremony was witnessed by Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni and the other heads of states from the other seven countries, which were the Democratic Republic of Congo, Burundi, Rwanda, South Sudan, Uganda, and Tanzania.
Depositing instruments of ratification with the Secretary General as required in the treaty, which is basically the last step to say officially now you are full members of the East African Community. And in the same breath, I want to convey sincere thank you to His Excellency Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, the President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, for his deep cooperation and support and commitment to this process.
Somalia is eager to contribute meaningfully to the East African community, leveraging over strategic location and abundant natural resources for the benefit of all member states. We recognize the importance of adding value to the community, enhancing collaboration with our neighbors.
The founding members of the East African Community are Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda. According to statistics, Somalia will add a population of 17 million to the political group. Those in Somalia, let us know your excitement about officially joining the East African bloc known as the East African Community. Congratulations. Let's go to Chad, where calm has returned. Calm has returned to N'Djamena, the capital of Chad, almost a week after the assassination of opposition leader Yahya Dillo. Dillo was killed back on February 28th in an army attack in the HQ of his political party. The government claims that Dillo was killed because he refused to surrender and hand himself over to authorities, who accused him of being involved in an earlier attack on the security services headquarters. Instead, the opposition party spokesperson claims that Dillo was killed in an arbitrary execution, shot at head in close range. The Prime Minister of Chad, Success Masra, who is abroad, promised an international investigation into the killing. The party's headquarters have since been completely destroyed, raising suspicions that an attempt was made to conceal on how this all began. Those in Chad, let us know if you're on the ground, especially in the capital, and let us know what you see. Also, let us know on if you were around the capital when all the turmoil started. Let's go to the Caribbean and end it there. We go to Haiti, where the country's main airport is shut down. Yesterday, Haitian rebels attempted to take over the main airport in the country, exchanging gunfire with police and soldiers in the latest attack on key government sites, which includes releasing mass inmates from the country's two biggest prisons. Hours after the airport assault, officials said a police academy also came under attack. The Toussaint Louverture International Airport was closed when the attack occurred. Journalists saw an armored truck on the tarmac shooting at rebels to try and prevent them from entering airport grounds, as scores of employees and other workers had fled. Last week, the airport was attacked with bullets, but the rebels did not enter the airport nor seize control of it. The attack occurred just hours after the authorities in the country ordered a nighttime curfew, following violence in which rebels overran the country's two biggest prisons and freed over 3,000 inmates over the weekend. A 72-hour state of emergency began Sunday night, and the government said it would try to track down the escaped inmates. The head of state, Prime Minister Ariel Henry, traveled to Kenya last week to try and officially sign a support for a United Nations-backed security force to help stabilize Haiti in its conflict with the anti-government rebels. Last year, the Haitian government requested the United Nations to help find help for their police force. In July of last year, Kenya's William Ruto committed to spearheading the mission, with committing 1,000 police officers. Since then, the Kenyan High Court has blocked the deployment, calling the move unconstitutional. But the Haitian Prime Minister and Kenya's president last week signed an agreement in Nairobi to have the deployment done as soon as possible. Ariel Henry took over as Prime Minister following Jovenel Moise's assassination back in July of 2021 and has postponed plans to hold presidential elections consistently. Presidential elections haven't happened in the country in almost a decade. Former police officer named Jimmy Barbecue is leading the Rebellion Federation and has claimed responsibility for the attacks. He has said that the goal is to capture Haitian police chief and prevent Prime Minister Ariel Henry's return to the country. The Prime Minister has ignored calls for him to resign. Those in Haiti, let us know if you're in a safe spot. It's got a lot going on. Let us know on, again, which side do you side with? Do you side with the rebels that are anti-government, or do you side with the current government in place? When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Ochanda with Kush News. March 8th will mark the 1-year anniversary of the show, and we want you to be a part of it. Go ahead and submit your favorite African proverb of the day, and on March 8th, I will have a special show where we will read and interpret your guys' submissions. That's right, go ahead and comment on the video below or submit to the email address that you see on the screen. Looking forward to seeing your submissions.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from Uganda, the land of banana. What's going on in Uganda? And it reads, the one nearest to the enemy is the real leader. Once again, the one nearest to the enemy is the real leader. Ugandan proverb. So it's saying that the bravest one is usually going to be who others follow. You know, especially if you're a guy, you know, this can remain true because in most of our experiences, the one who's the bravest among us usually has followers. Now, let's not get confused with bravery and stupidity. You understand? You don't want to go into situations where you know that you don't have the best hand and you don't have the best advantage, or you don't have any advantage at all. You know, it looks like a lose-lose situation. So you want to weigh your options each and every single time. But then again, you know, I'm not a lieutenant of any army or anything. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.